Well, here we are in another new system. Suppose I should bring my my freighter here, but I'd like to check if there is anything. Well, first off, if there are any missions that offer freighter salvage modules, and second, if I can sell what I have. Let's see. Yeah, there's some stuff that I haven't. Okay, none of these do. I think I already showed the mission where I killed 4 quads. That's anticipation for you. So I'm gonna sell what I can here. You know, before I do anything, I might as well check for an anomalous object in this system. Let's see. I've got like a ton of anomaly detectors. Oh, look at this. An outer space jellyfish. Doesn't seem to do anything. Wait, hold it, hold it. Scared. A wave of calm washes over me as my communicator tunes itself to this beautiful giant. Its message is no conventional broadcast, but an analog transmission of pure emotion. I let the feeling take hold as I contemplate the being before me. Well... Gee, jellyfish, I wonder if you'd like some company. Because I still haven't found anywhere. I always want to put my freighter somewhere that really. Okay, I don't know how far away I'm supposed to go from this thing. I'm gonna try and see if I can still. That satisfies it. Honestly, I thought it would be kind of cool for my freighter crew to look out their windows and see this jellyfish thing. Gee, I guess they can't exactly have nice things, can they? By the way, while I was on board, I souped up my ship a little, got a hyperdrive upgrade and an infinite accelerator upgrade. Let me see, I want to put the anomaly down here too. How about over here? Yeah. Now let's see. Alright, let's see, what's here? Kill 58 monsters, rescue a stranded life form. But wait, living glass is notoriously difficult to make, so I figure it's a worthwhile reward to build an outpost. Well, this will certainly be an interesting way to demonstrate the new stuff I've been getting with salvage data. Let me just hop over the... There we are. So let me just hop out here. We can call this different Marcotronians. Ooh! I'm in my home system. Or rather, not my home system, the system I warped in. That's a rarity. at least for anomaly missions. So it looks like, yeah, I have a paradise planet. They call it habitable, but I think the way they see it, for base building, any planet is habitable, as long as you have the right hazard protection. If you'll remember, Marcotronius is in a desert planet, which only gets like extremely cold at night. Hold on a second. It is hideously cloudy out, but I know what I'm seeing here is not entirely sure what I am looking at, come to think of it. It must be another planetary archive. I'm gonna land right here, assuming it lets me. Even if it doesn't. Where's that thing? I'm not sure. I'll have to rename this planet a bit later. For now, I have a... I'll do this base building thing after I've read this archive. Let's see, what do we got here? Greetings, entity knowledge. Something is forbidden to all but Korbaks awaiting speech. Well, I've been taking language lessons. Let me see. Divergence sounds likely. Yeah, here we go. Infiltration of Vy'keen proposed in multiple convergence eras. Species resistant to attempts, but failure is a teacher. Each Vy'synth elicited screaming, violent reactions within moments of contact. Code of honor highly specific, contradictory, born from old trauma. Causality established. Evidence of multiple progenitor species. Vi variant equals last survivors of family doomed to self-destruction. The Vy'keen fear replacement, just as they replaced their siblings. They are unconscious of the fear's origin. Herc, Nal, it is the old pattern. Brother against brother. Patterns can be understood. Patterns are logical. Failure is a teacher. I'm hearing this an awful lot in these things. That failure is a teacher. I guess it is. You can learn what not to do. But it's much easier if you learn what to actually do. You know, like those old logic problems where you have like a set of clues and you solve you make determinations based on those clues, but more often than not you find yourself looking at what isn't true rather than what is. And what isn't true, well, yeah, that's a fact, it's worth knowing, but you only get to make but it doesn't lead to anything else, or it doesn't lead to anything else by itself. I mean, sure, you can string up a whole ton of stuff that isn't true and determine based on process of elimination anyway that something is true. But when you determine that something is true, you find out that logically, because that thing is true, that a whole bunch of other things can't be. It's easier to visually represent this thing. It's like a grid with, like an n by n grid with x's and o's. And the x's represent things that are false, and the o's represent things that are true, but one o leads to an x in every row and column that it resides in, the row and column that it resides in. Albert Einstein said that 99% of people couldn't solve one of those. I wonder if that's still the case now. Anyway, So, it's time to build a base, and I think I've found a nice place for it. It's right inside of this planetary archive. Just put it down a little so it's not too close. Oh, and there's looks like there's a cave nearby. I don't want to put it too close to that either. There's a bunch of what look like bubbles. I can't seem to scan them. But the terrain is, well, bumpy. There's barely a flat spot anywhere. It's all ridges. Still, I suppose I ought to make up my mind and do this at some point. That's another thing about this. I'll put it on this hillside right here. Might as well be here as anywhere. Done. Now we claim the construction site. So, since nobody else has, here we are. Okay, what's it want me to do next? Build some infrastructure, a cylindrical room. I remember when I first learned a cylindrical room. It was one of the first... Oh, snap. Okay, so, I'm afraid of this, because I don't really use pure ferrite for very much. Are there any rocks around here, like big ones? Because that's where you get the pure ferrite from. Big rocks. Also stuff I haven't scanned yet. I'm always doing that. Yeah, here's one. I am just shy of pure ferrite, but I feel like I'm gonna need to stock up on it at some point. This doesn't have enough of it. These base computers are so tiny and so easy to misplace that if they didn't have a little base computer indicator, I'd have lost it by now. So I should have enough for a cylindrical room. Yeah, the cylindrical room, I was itching to learn that thing because okay, I don't know what that item means. Okay, a hollow door. I don't think I've ever built one of those yet. Because my base has doors that open and shut, like actually open and shut. I'm trying to, I think even my earliest base, way back at the beginning, that had an opening and shutting door too. But if I remember correctly, hollow doors, I think they used to be the norm. Can I scan one of these? Apparently still no. I wonder what they are. So I'm gonna get my nomad. I don't need the summoning station. My freighter is like right here in this system. I'm gonna go hunting for a rock. Mine it. Actually, come to think of it, there's more than one way to get my hands on pure ferrite. It's just that the other way takes forever, but I can do it in my exosuit right here. So I'm gonna take as much ferrite dust as I can. Wait a minute. Okay, that's awful quick. Maybe I don't need to, because I remember my portable refiner being kind of slow at this. Maybe I only remember it that way because I didn't really do it that often. As soon as I got the advanced terrain manipulator, or not, the advanced mining laser, I mean, I was digging up pure ferrite, you know, like this. Suppose as soon as my Nexus suit is finished refining, however it finishes that, whether it runs out of fuel or otherwise, I'll just go back for to keep building roofs, because I get the impression that I'm going to need a lot of pure ferrite. But as long as I'm here, and as long as there are things to be scanned, I might as well scan them. Now, yeah, I am kind of far from home here. Or should I say far from home, away from home. I've considered using the mining laser on my Nomad, but the problem with doing that is that, as far as I know, you don't get as much out of that. I don't know, maybe I have enough now. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's funny how getting in the exocraft changes your perspective, because there's more pure ferrite rocks here. And here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I don't think I've analyzed that rock over there yet. Yeah, it's not really worth the aggravation. But this one. You know, it's interesting. I think the first thing I ever killed, like a skillion, like way back in one of the earliest episodes, I killed something by accident. And it was with the mining laser. This is why I don't really use exocraft that much, because they tend to carve a path of destruction wherever it is they go. What is with this mission? Oh, here we are. Yeah, I guess it might have been because I stayed away from this base too long. But if pure ferrite is that important, then it's that important. Okay, so expansion corridors, glass roofed corridor. Let's see. How's the terrain around here? Oh wait, I need glass. Well, glass can be made in one of two ways. Ooh, interesting. You can make it the new way with fused silica, or you can make it the old way with, or sorry, the new way with frostwort, or the old way with fused silica. And frankly, I prefer silica. Fused silicon dioxide. Now then. One glass recorder this way. One glass recorder that way. 6 cuboid rooms, eh? And a biodome. Well, let's see. Oh, wait. I'm getting these menus wrong. We'll build the biodome first. I remember building a biodome. Oh, I still need glass. I need 5 glass for that. And what about the cuboid rooms? Do cuboid rooms... Okay, not square rooms, mind you, but cuboid rooms. They need pure ferrite. Which I should have a lot of, but while I'm around here, I might as well, since it's... Actually, no, I'll make the glass first. How am I not able to do this? Okay, apparently I need 200 at least for 5 glass, but I'm going to be making glasses on an as-needed basis. And besides which, see, I should have enough for 6 cuboid rooms. What I'm wondering is where I'm quote unquote supposed to be putting these. I mean, cuboid rooms, it's not like they're individually... I think you can, like, connect them or something. And make, instead of 6 small cuboid rooms, like one big one. Let's see, cuboid room here. Put one over here. One over there. That's interesting. Maybe one over here. One over here. Ah, much better of a vantage point. One over there. One over there. And now the biodome. I've always liked these. Now to throw in some decoration. Do I have a flora containment? I don't think, well, okay, message modules. I don't think I've never used these before. So I need 2 of them. That means I need 2 of these and 2 of these. I'm wondering if naming my base is going to be a it's going to be a thing like later. Huh. Okay. I wasn't expecting these cuboid rooms to be this small. I suppose I'll put the message modules first. Where do they go exactly? I'm gonna born around here. The other one, since I didn't have to immediately add a message module, or a message to the message module, I think with the I'll put it right here. Yeah, I was pointing through myself. Okay, floral containment. Apparently I do know this blueprint. I'll put one here, one there. And let's see, how about one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ah, you can turn these. Okay. And a bed. I don't think I learned this either. Yeah, here we are. Actually, realistically speaking, it would be a bad idea to put it in that direction, so instead I'm gonna aim it this way. Upload your base report from the Space Anomalies archives. Well, let me see. Here we go. And it looks like that's all I needed to do. Interesting. I didn't even need to power this thing. But before I return to the space anomaly, I'm going to do a few things. One, rename this base to something. If only I could remember the name of this. What are we going to name this planet? I can think of that later. I'll keep the original name that it came with automatically, but incorporate my own. Capture new base screenshot like that. Which I might as well put here. Yeah, I put myself in the picture too. The next thing that I wanted to do, actually no, I wanted to do this other thing first. These message modules. Yeah, it's nothing without a message. There we are. I'm guessing that if I were to... I saw this demonstrated somewhere where, oh, and another message here. Where I think if you get in the vicinity of one of these, it shows up on your screen. Really? That's too much? Alright. Actually, no, I got a better idea. now, actually, I gotta make the biodome accessible somehow. So, where are the ladders? Where are their ladders? I need ladders. I'm trying to think which one of these actually is going to work with. Okay, that's. Here we are. Now we can actually get to the biodome. But one thing that I absolutely have to do is power this thing. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, it looks like these message modules work when you get into the room they're in or something. Or when you get close enough to them, or... Come to think of it, I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Now this room... I remember hearing about this glitch in base construction where if these rooms were like embedded in dirt or something, then the dirt would eventually sort of creep back in. I don't know whether they ever fixed that or not. But you have to continuously dig it out. Where are the batteries? I think they're here, actually. Yeah, I like my base to be solar powered. You can put them inside like this. But since you can, 4, 5, 6. So it looks to me as though these batteries are attached to the grid somehow, and then it's like 2 solar panels per battery. One. Oh wait. Three, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's just wire these up. Actually access them. Here we go. These in. There's like 8 of them, right? Interesting. I think I might have overkilled something. Problem is I couldn't really take any actual readings here of how much power I was using. Fortunately, there's a way to how do I get this out of here? I think I can do without those two. And if I check how much is being used, I think I can afford to lose a couple of those solar cells. I really overestimated them, apparently. Okay, I guess now, let me just upload this base here. Okay. And now it's back to the... I never noticed this before. Just put a base on a planet where the anomaly boundary strength was failing or something like that, which would explain all those bubbles I couldn't scan. That mission was simple enough. Okay, here we go. What else do we have here? Ah, well, I'm going to take this just for the sake of taking it, because I need those freighter salvage modules. If I have to take another guy along with me, I'm going to have to take another guy along with me. The only drawback is that I can't really communicate with him. Oh, right. I just don't want to hit that other guy. Fortunately, it does show me where he is, so... And my freighter's in here. Bleeding. Okay, two problems with this. One, I can't. Okay, I wasn't exactly sure how to. Canyon. I only wish I knew German so that I could. I can understand what. Oh. It looks like we're both helping each other out on this. Maybe one of them, like one of us takes out the shield, and the other one. The other one actually takes the guy out. Real peril with this is that I have to make sure that I don't. Well, I forgot the actual military terminology is for this, but friendly fire. Yeah, so you can see his targeting thingy in blue. Both firing at the same thing, like we are now. And finito. Oops, sorry. Back we go. So that I think was the first mission which I actually did with somebody else, but I think we understood that neither one of us actually speaks the other one's language. Because Cloud Number, or however the rest of that goes, is his native language is German, or their native language is German. Mine's English, so our messages showed up in German and English, respectively. But boy, do I ever need. Yeah, I suppose both of us are going to get. Like each one of us is going to get a freighter salvage module. So I'm going to go back to my freighter and put this thing in. It looks like Cloud the Boundary Walkers entered the anomaly, and they're going to claim their reward. There's my new outpost. Okay. Back we go. Guess that mission was too good to pass up. What do I want to get with this? Let's see. I could get some of these things that let me go to red, green, and blue systems, but there's no demonstrable need to go to one of those systems. I think I already have one of those. Technology room. I guess I could. I don't think I've been using cultivation rooms. But this thing. I don't know. I'd have to check it periodically. I guess what I ought to do is. I'll take one of these. Then I'm going to use it to round out my space. You know, because you know how the portal room is sort of off on its own there. Well, I can just sort of put one of those down. And yeah, it's an empty room, but it's an empty room that I can put stuff in. That's the important bit. Now I gotta know what kind of stuff I'd like to put in there. While I'm at it, there's like this one mission, I'm not sure. It's got half an hour left on it in real time. So I guess what I ought to do is I don't know. I'll check on these missions like after I've checked on whether or not after I've freed up some space in my exosuit. Taking a look at these suspicious modules here. Then I'll... This prompts a rather disturbing question, and that is somebody in my group going to be with me until I log out? Because I have no idea how to untether him from me. Well, he's left. Alright, I'll read off these missions. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? This was a trade mission. Still, 145% profit margin. 199% profit margin. 141% profit margin. Well, looks like this was a finagle here. Preferential trade deal. 388% profit margin. And here you are. Now here you have an exploration mission. Okay, so we have a plant growing around a fuel depot with poisonous petals, 73-meter heater monsters, long extinct. Planet where they couldn't find the ground, novel crystal structures, local power plant harnessing the power of miniature black holes. Purchased some business, claimed bounty, giant frictionless sphere. Collected valuable minerals. Found crystals that were actually data recording. Supplemented probe with local knowledge. And you're back. With a pouch of fragile worms. Another exploration mission. Okay, discover giant burrowing worms. I think I know what those are. Trees that are 9,300 years old. Survey deep space. Found a planet made of almost entirely of lava. You're back. And this was a balanced expedition. And a long one, too. Tested a robot crew. Novel crystal structures. Mined some valuable materials. Armor-plated herbivore living in a tree. Sold the data. Mined more valuable minerals. Surveyed stellar bodies. Core temperature instability on this one planet. Scanned pirates, they didn't like it. Got a bounty off it. Experimental weapons tech. A planet where the core is transitioning from liquid to gas. Bought a large share of the business. Processed some scrap. Harvested some scrap. Investment opportunity. Found a kind of a recording device, but they couldn't find the where it was going. They did tap the signal though. 359% markup. Well, that's business for you. Commercial mine some more minerals. Good grief. The crew ate these local fruits and seeds sprouted in them. Rescue team scanned the resulting hybrid entity but declined to bring them back aboard. Gee. Okay, so what do we have? We have 2 more trade missions, a balanced mission, and an exploration mission. Well, let's send the balanced mission off first. And all my trade ships are kind of high end, aren't they? I wonder, since this is such an easy mission, and since I need trade, maybe I can get away with using a mind control device. And that should, that ought to be good enough. I mean, everything here now is, it's above, like, 20-something. I hope that works. So now with these trade expeditions, We've got A-class trade ships. And S-class trade ships. One A-class trade ship by itself isn't enough. But if I were to use an S-class to partner with it, it's 200 tons. And this one, a supply platform that needs the experience. Still 200 tons, that's good. Right, that rounds things out. Okay. Another trade mission. Do the same thing as before. Yeah, these support ships carry their own weight, so to speak. And now an exploration mission. An easy one. I'll send my lower class with a higher class to sort of help it out a bit. And I suppose a support ship, it would help push things over the top. Well, actually, use this one. I think it actually cut down on the fuel requirements there. Alright, that's finished. And I can check back on that other trade expedition when it's finished. But I'm going to do some... I'm going to go free up some space here. All the stuff I just got. And when I come back, it'll be to the anomaly.